Hi, this is Hank Hanegraaff, president of the Christian Research Institute and host of the Bible Answer Man broadcast with another Hank Unplugged short. I want to talk about some passages again today. I talked about a lot of people that had died in the past year on my last Hank Unplugged short. But two people I didn't mention, one John Madden, the other Harry Reid. And I'm mentioning them only because when I think about John Madden, I think about the high priest of football. I have talked about how NFL games are ritualized. They're even liturgical. Think about the hand gestures, the hand motions, the half times. You can figure it out, but they have a liturgical bent to them. And in some way, you can see for many people, the NFL has become the object of their worship. It's become their idol. So John Madden was a coaching phenomenon. He was a person who revered the sport he loved. He played football, he coached it, he taught it, he evangelized on its behalf. He perhaps was the greatest NFL evangelist in history. Of course, he won a Superbowl in 1976 with the Raiders, and he became the face of a video game empire based on the NFL. But now, he has passed from this life into eternity. And then there was Harry Reid. I thought about them today because they both died this past Tuesday. John Madden was born in 1936, Harry Reid in 1939. Harry Reid went through a 4-year battle with pancreatic cancer. And he finally passed from this life to a life that will continue on for all eternity. This life is just a drop in the ocean of eternity. Harry Reid led the Senate he led the Senate from 2007, I think, to 2015. And then retired in 2016 after a freak accident in which he lost, I think, one of his eyes. The very interesting character, the Democrats grumbled a lot about his ban on partial birth abortion, his opposition to Roe v. Wade. Not a whole lot of people, however, talked about his faith. He was a dyed-in-the-wool Mormon. And so he died believing that God himself was once as we are now and is an exalted man who sits enthroned in yonder heavens. He believed that Jesus Christ was not the self-existent creator of the universe, of all things, but rather the spirit brother of Lucifer, conceived in heaven by a celestial mother, and then came in flesh as the result of the Father having sex with the Virgin Mary. He believed that the Book of Mormon is the most correct of any book on earth and the keystone of the religion of Mormonism. He held to the Mormon Quad. He held to Doctrine and Covenants, the pearl of great price, along with the Bible and the Book of Mormon. And that despite the fact that Doctrine and Covenants is a compilation of divine revelations that includes the doctrine of polygamy. And it wasn't until the Mormons were threatened by the federal government that Mormon President Wilford Woodruff received a revelation relegating polygamy to the afterlife. And of course, the pearl of great price was notorious, because it was used by Mormonism to prevent African Americans from entering the priesthood and from being exalted to godhood. Harry Reid believed that Temple Mormons will make it to the celestial heaven, but only those who are sealed in secret temple rituals will make it to the third level of the celestial kingdom and become gods in their own planets. Perhaps I should say gods of their own planets. And because of these and many other doctrinal perversions, Mormonism has little to do with true Christianity. I think what's important for all of us to recognize is that there is a true faith, the faith once for all delivered to the saints, and everything else is a perversion of that. And think about how important it is to be in the faith, because no one gets out of this world alive. The death rate is 1 per person. We're all going to make it. So think about these things as you enter the new year and recognize your own mortality and the legacy that you will leave. Will it be an iconic legacy as a football great, or a leader of the Senate, or whatever your chosen life is? Will it be a life that glorifies God and that lays up treasure where moth and rust does not corrupt and where thieves do not break in and steal? I was telling my son just a few minutes ago, we need to honor the Lord from our wealth and from the first of all our produce, and then our barns will be filled with plenty and our vats will overflow with new wine. Not my words, but the words of King Solomon, who also said, there's no wisdom or counsel or understanding against the Lord. The horse is prepared for the day of battle, but victory belongs to the Lord. Your victory, my victory, is in our Lord. Thanks for tuning in.